Here we go. This should be a good one. We saw Jeff put up a pretty solid performance, but we've definitely seen the highest gear out of Mike Porterfield so far.
Yeah, nobody's going to top that last leg. I can almost guarantee that.
Question is, can he stay in that performance? And can he clean up his 0-1?
No, he can't stay in that realm either. Like, he'll throw well, but he's not going to be perfect.
It's true. His 0-1's left a lot to be desired, and his cricket's done the exact opposite, though, so far. And Jeff, overall, from what I recall, was an all-around solid performance. No real major notes one way or the other.
Yeah, lack of flash, but definitely was consistent enough to get the wins all the way through to this King Seat match.
Porterfield does go ahead and load up a 180 there to get off to the races. He says, I'll fix my 0-1 game. How about some of this?
A slack turn there from Jeff. So Mike way in control of this leg now.
A solid 1-40 there. 102 on the leave. Looking prime for that 1-0 jump on this. Your remaining players into this bracket. Brian McConnell B-Mac taking on Brian Bigham Bubba on the 5th-6 top side. 5th-6 bottom side, Jeremy Lee, who we saw play against Chris Alexander, taking on Seth Stefano.
Who we kind of saw eliminate Levi Bilger.
True.
Looked like the last leg was a 12-dart leg, so Seth finding some form there.
Yeah, and he lost in a tough last leg decider when we saw him earlier.
Yeah, to Brian Bigham.
Porterfield on 18 for his return. Went inside on the 36 for the win. It's very safely planted that last start just in case. There was no aggression at that triple.
Mike cleaning it up for a 13-dart leg.
That'll do. A solid start there from Summits. 9-6. Disappointed with that last start, but no harm, no foul.
And only 2 from Mike.
Wide open.
First real miss we've seen from him in cricket. Across a stretch of... Well, this now the 3rd leg.
Yeah.
Jeff taking advantage.
And he is putting no doubts. He's going all the way up to that 200-point limit almost.
Yeah, but you got to feel that a couple of triples moving this game towards the finish line would have been better served.
Oh, certainly agree there. In either case, I felt that almost felt like, and it's not like he intended it as a statement piece, but it felt like one was saying, I'm just going to go ahead and say, this is how you hit the 19s. A 102 difference. Should be able to just walk along the board. Man's not missing much.
Yeah, Jeff doing to Mike what Mike does to everyone else.
7 for 9 on the triples. Missed 2 different darts on the 3rd dart, that is. The 3rd dart only 1 for 3 triples. Or if you're just going to try to get all you can on those 15s and hope from an error from Jeff. There's all you can get on the 15s.
Enough for a 4-point lead.
He still needs a total whiff here of a turn from Summits to get a swing at all those numbers. Well, that's a little bit of an opening.
Yeah, another 9 on the 15s. Might buy him some daylight. Maybe take the 19. No, he stays there. Back to back, and just like that, he's now up by 120. Jeff's been scoring on these 19s. With the math the way it is, you wonder if he shouldn't switch, and he does.
I'll pop the 15 on the last.
No, he stayed there to get the point lead.
I don't mind it.
I mean, his 7 mark was only 1 point less than Mike's 9, so a decent exchange there.
That's 9 trip 15s in a row, though. That's incredible firepower from Mike Porterfield. He's all paying that damage because of that 2 mark at the very beginning here.
Now Jeff has had it with the 15s, but it's probably too late at this point.
Oh no! And
throwing it to triple. Oh yeah. What am I thinking? Well, going 19s instead of 20s.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't like it.
Well, and I really don't like it because look at this. Porterfield is just going to close it up. Wow. Completely. Look at that. 6.71 after your opponent started 7 for 9 on triples and you opened up with a 2 mark. Comes all the way back with a 6.71 after 7 rounds thrown. Mike Porterfield.
You see what it's done to Jeff.
I mean, that's demoralizing, but I do think Jeff's shot selection there towards the tail ends got a little spotty.
Well, it's possible.
Need 6.
3 in the black.
Not going to happen today. The Porterfield will take that 2-0 jump in what was a very likely 1-1 scenario. All because Porterfield went back to back to back trips on that 15. Clawed his way back into it. Jeff Summons isn't out of it yet, but this is one of those legs where you lose and it's hard to not think about in a game where you have to have a short memory.
Jeff asking Mike to miss some darts this time around.
Let's get on the first. No reason to shake the head. And ends an in. Does recover well. Decent in at 77. It's with another pedestrian turn there, but with Mike Porterfield only getting 1 dart scoring at 32 points. Going to be just fine, although the ground's going to be closed up here. Your throw isn't quite under attack yet, but Jeff needs to hit consistent from here on out.
Yeah, Mike's pushed in front just barely. But Jeff going to need to put in a big shot and hope that Mike can't better it.
Good on the cover. Stay for another. Let's do so.
134 solid. Mike could potentially leave a finish with 3 triples.
Oh, and that was a little bit of a wayward dart. You can tell it kind of got away from him. He felt it when he threw it. Ryan Big and Bubba is knocked out by Brian McConnell, BMAC, who went pro in New York, if I'm not mistaken. But Jeff on 72, Porterfield's going to challenge it. The 108.
Kind of feels like a must-have here. Would not bank on Mike missing a 108.
And a 15 dart hole to throw. It's 1 dart.
I think is Jeff the one that went 16 for double 18 earlier? No. 20 for double 16, and he hits it. Great third dart.
Oh, Jeff does hit another one there, and honestly, I'm just curious to see them play another league of cricket against each other after how interesting that last one was, so I ain't mad about it.
Yeah, but Mike gets the start here. And with how deadly he's been going second, I can only imagine going first. This is going to be an uphill battle for Summits.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Took me a second. I actually was like, wait a second. I didn't say that. I like that. All over the 19s, but that's an awkward dart. Moves to the right, which is, I don't think the direction I would go. Just kicks on top of the dart, though. No harm, no foul. 3 marks on the close, and Porterfield with the ability to go on a sprint.
Here comes Mike.
I will say, when Porterfield's in his top gear, it's probably some of the more entertaining darts to watch. I've always been ever since my first year on the tour, where I got to really see his games last year, up close and personal. I'm always a fan of just the style of throw and the nice amount of emotion, but never over the top. Always dressed well for the cam.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to dislike. I haven't really talked to the guy much at all. But, I mean, to watch him play is just impressive.
So far, in 4 games of cricket, his worst leg would be right around a 6, I believe. Oh, look at this. Porterfield just looking right at the camera, giving them some stuff back at home. He said, that one's for you, Mark Bond. Pay me my sponsorship money.
I think he's feeling it.
Yeah. I don't think he's been struggling. I think he really... Ryan, lately in chat, you were right. He is full of it. He is not struggling. Gets it done there. Mike Porterfield. Just some good cricket